Hi, how's everyone? Thanks for coming back. Hello and welcome if you're new. I'm glad you found me. Happy birthday, Virgo. I'm sorry we're coming in a little late with this tonight, but I was in the middle of doing your reading. Um, and we had a cat mishap on the laptop. She stepped on the keyboard and I lost the first reading. But we're going to pause, we're going to back up. I'm going to redo it and let's get going. Virgo, tropical astrology. It's your birthday Friday. Yeah, today, right? No, tomorrow. I'm uploading this Thursday evening for you. But Friday is when the sun will go into Virgo in tropical astrology. Okay, so no other planets are in Virgo at this time. So you may be feeling your authentic self right around now. In a few weeks, September 10th ish, the sun is going to conjunct Mercury and the South Node in Virgo. So, this is bringing a time where toxic or outdated routines and beliefs are in the spotlight. Not just toxic, but even the routines and beliefs and habits and things like that are beneficial. Things are in the spotlight right now, okay? Um, it's going to be asking us to learn from them, accept them, acknowledge the effects they've had in our lives, negative and positive, and equip it like armor. It'll not only protect us from outside manipulation, we're going to see it coming, but also from inner confusion and manipulation. Okay, we can lie to ourselves. Um, and will be better equipped to see it coming in the future, like I said. So, smelling deception, whether outer or inner, will become almost second nature. Well, I say will, but more correctly, it can if we choose with free will to integrate those lessons, good and bad. So, your ruler Mercury is continuing direct in Leo at this time. So, there is a very empowering confidence in your intellect and communication skills on the underneath here. But as with anything to do with Leo, there also always is a little tinge of ego involved. Negatively, this can lead to arrogance, but positively, this can embolden you to action or to stand firm. You are a fixed sign, or Leo is fixed energy, sorry. Stand firm on something as long as it is honest and noble. That's that Leo energy, okay? In sidereal astrology, the sun is conjunct the moon in Leo right now. So again, here we may see why the pride might be feeling a little bit vulnerable. It's a time of sensitivity and intuition, which may clash a little with our own self-esteem and desire for control. So, as we were dealing, and we were partway through your reading already, we're doing a 5 card spread for you: past influences, near future, current energies, looking forward, and the bottom card, influences we might not see yet. So, the first card we dropped here for past influences, you got the Empress on the backside. So, there was a time of abundance here, or you may still be in that time of abundance, but the Empress on the backside is saying that even abundance can end. So use it wisely and think of the future, and operate in a vibration of gratefulness. Gratefulness will allow you to feel responsibility for that abundance, okay? Instead of just being happy that it's here and you're spending willy-nilly, being grateful is like, I get how hard this was to get, so I'm respectful of the abundance that I have. That's what this card is warning us. Now, it ties in very well with the card in the current energies. You've got the Page of Pentacles on the back side. In here, we've got another symbol of abundance and a cornucopia on the ground, but it's empty. Okay, so at first I'm thinking, well, let's just do it both ways. For some in the collective, okay, it's going to be a bump back down to beginner status, quote unquote. But the page has this Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new opportunity to start over, quote unquote. The cornucopia is empty, but it's still here in anticipation of what's going to be it put in it in the future, right? So there could have been in the past an energy where some abundance was lost. This could be a job. This could be some kind of security. Um, this could be some kind of happiness. We do have a skull on the ground here behind the Empress. So there was something that was lost. And this is warning, if for the future, 1 year, when you're in a time of abundance, be responsible with it, okay? Because, what goes up must come down. And if you want to mitigate how far you fall from when you're abundant to when you're lean, you prepare so that you fall somewhere in the middle, okay? Because here in the current energies, now you're back down to a page status. For some, it's going to be recovering from whatever this loss was. For others, I feel like there was a loss and now in comes a new opportunity. All right. Yeah, but it's also reiterating kind of that warning because this card talks about desire. Okay, a desire for fortune, but to find it, not to build it. This is the desire for an easy life. But I get it, right? I don't look at that card on that side as anything negative, okay? Because to me it gives a feeling like something's got to come easy here. Something has to not be such a goddamn struggle. Like I'm not looking for wealth beyond measure. I'm looking for comfort and satisfaction, right? Something has to come easy. And we'll see if it does here. Let's get the third card for the near future. Virgo, 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 Virgo. Virgo energy for the near future. Thank you. Okay, okay. We've got the Emperor. Front side, love it. The Emperor. Structure, order, stability, permanence, authority, and power. Okay, even though this is Aries and sometimes Capricorn energy, this really feels like with the sun and the moon being in Leo right now. That authority, the power, somebody's coming in or somebody is becoming their own powerful advocate here, okay? Um, Looking forward, card number 4, looking forward. That's too many. Two of Cups wanted to peek, but let's see if it comes out again. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's too many. Oh, that's single. Okay. Here you are, Virgo. The Four of Pentacles. No. Oh, wait. No, this is Taurus energy. Sorry, 2, 3, 4. That's Taurus. So what do we have here? We've got the Empress in reverse. This is Taurus and Libra. Okay, Venus energy. We got the Page of Pentacles. That is Taurus again. A lot of Taurus energy. Interesting. We've got the Emperor, which is Aries and Capricorn, feeling like a Leo. And we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is 2, 3, 4. That's still Taurus. A lot of Taurus energy. I did not check what's going on in Taurus right now in astrology because I was just looking at y'all. We'll get to the bottom of the deck in a minute. Now I don't know which way is the bottom. Oh, I'll take both because I don't like what I saw, but we gotta address it. So Virgo, this I believe is talking about planning ahead, okay? Setting a strategy, seeing something coming. Even if you don't see it coming, plan for what you don't see coming here, okay? It's going to be a very empowering feeling with this Emperor in the near future. Either somebody's coming in, but see, then we got that Four of Pentacles, and that's the Miser, but it's on the backside, so what does this say? Yeah, covetous, greedy, avarice. Ooh, is that coming in with this Emperor? Interesting. Avarice prevents growth. Interesting. See, the Four of Pentacles is being possessive and hoarding some materialistically, but on the front side in the upright, it's because you don't have a lot. So you don't want to lose it. You want to be smart. You're not going to gamble with it. So you're being very miserly with it. Some people look at that as a not a negative card. Somebody working in an energy of greed instead of what's the word? Generosity. Okay, but it's because you only have a little. You only have 4 pentacles here. Okay, that's right. That's the next step after the 3 of Pentacles, where you just got on your feet and you were starting to get some recognition about your hard work. Now you've got the 4, which is you put in the hard work and you receive the payment, but it's not a lot. And it almost feels like people were coming to you saying, well, you gotta come up. Can you help? Can you be generous? And you're like, I didn't get a come up. I just got one easy week or one easy month. I just got a little bit of abundance one time. And I don't have enough to be handing out to other people when all they see is that you have more than them. Okay? But somebody is going to be in a very possessive over this money. But then again, the Emperor is in the upright, but I don't have upside down reversals in this deck. It's just front and back. So it came out the front side, which means he's in his good energy. If it came out on the back side, then it would be pride. Pride and not wanting to grow. But it's not. It's on the front side. So I have to assume, for most in the collective, this Emperor is in upright, just energy. Okay? He's authoritative and he's powerful. But in the upright, he does not abuse his position. Okay, so some energy in the near future is going to come in as an Emperor energy. Remember, the Emperor is all 4 kings in one. And in the upright, he is a just and good person. Okay, I did not get this in the reverse, and I did not get this on the backside. So I'm hoping that this Emperor energy coming in the 3rd position for the near future is a good king here. Okay. Looking forward, there's going to be some, again, with this control, this idea of control. Well, let's get the anchor card, the bottom card. Now, since this has no front or back, I'm going to take one of each. We've got the King of Wands. There's the Sagittarius energy. And on the bottom, we've got the Tower. But I think it's the back side. Let's see here. Yeah, that feeling of vulnerability, like I was telling you about in the reading. This says this was empty ruins. You were holding on to nothing. You're free. You're free from this. Ooh, this might be a fire sign coming in. Temperance. Okay, I'll take that. That was underneath the King. And what's underneath the Tower? Oh, the 9 of Cups. I love that. Okay, and under that, there's the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Okay, you guys, in the future, I mean, there's something coming in very loving after this Tower. I think that's why there's this. Oh, let me move these up. I keep thinking that they're closer than they are. Here we go. Hope you can see that. So we're going to put these together because those are the bottoms here. Okay. Is that better? Nope, that's not. See the glare from that lamp. Okay, hopefully that's good. That looks a little bit better, yeah? Let's move this up. Let's There you can see. Sorry about the adjusting moment. Okay, how does that look? Does that look better? Oh, that's nice. Okay. So yeah, there's a warning here to be responsible with the abundance you have, because in the future we've got a tower coming in. Okay? And it's like, oh, hang on. What's this temperance reverse here? Do not surrender your ego to a false higher cause. What was I talking about in the reading? It was saying, um, we may see why pride might be feeling vulnerable. It's a time of sensitivity and intuition, which may clash with our self-esteem and desire for control. And then it said, positively, it can embolden you to action or stand firm on something as long as it's honest and noble. And here with this, the anchor card, influences we might not see, temperance is saying, do not surrender your ego to false higher cause. So don't get involved in something that is not honest and noble. We've got the King of Wands here. It is a righteous, proud, if not impatient, maybe a little bit simple king. And I don't mean that as a dig. Simplicity is often overlooked for its, it's, what's the word? It's good qualities, okay? Doesn't need a lot to be happy. Doesn't mean he doesn't strive for it, though. Do you know what I mean? There's a very ambitious energy here. Sagittarius could be could be any of the fire signs. Sometimes it has a little bit of Leo in it, but I give the king to the higher sign, which is Sagittarius. And Sagittarians, they come in for a good time, but they don't always, they're not always, you can't always pin it down, that energy. But this is a good king in his upright energy. Righteous and proud, maybe a little bit impatient. And then we've got this tower energy here, empty, but it's in the reverse. So here on the front side, you've got the eye of truth, watching the lightning tear down the tower, and two people are falling out on fire, right? But when you look on the back side, it had hit something that was empty already. Okay, there was nothing in there. There was no life in that tower. So it had to come down. It had to. So this is saying empty ruins. It says empty ruins hold nothing for you. You are free to move on. Okay? This is something that you will absolutely come out of in a better standing than when it hits. You're going to feel a little bit some kind of way about it. Of course, we always do when something ends, because that King of Wands sometimes, like I was talking about, that egotistical energy, very arrogant. They're telling me that temperance goes with the tower here, and the king goes with the 9 of cups. No. See? No. Move on to what exactly? Okay. Yeah, this, like, this is just turning out like what I was saying with the reading, and then this being influences we might not see yet. Here's that Leo energy, that fire energy, getting a little butthurt because something's going to be lost. But it's saying do not surrender your ego to false higher cause, Mr. Fire energy here. Right? Because there may be a tower here. However, Like I said, this is going towards a 9 or an 8 of cups, walking away towards something very fulfilling. Even the tower here says you're free to move on. And the next card that falls is the 8 of cups of moving on. It says with some distance, assess what you've been through. Endings are new beginnings. Yay. I like that. So there's a bump in the road here, and the egos are going to be bruised. But that tower frees you up for something much more fulfilling, okay? Going towards something much more fulfilling. Endings are only new beginnings. And there's going to be some trepidation here. But even with this energy here, like some people would interpret that Page of Pentacles is looking for the easy life. No, we're not looking for anything like that we haven't earned, but we want what we earn to be enough. Something has to give. And that's, I think, what you're going to be looking for. After this, Empress in the backside here. Even abundance will end, and you're planning ahead because you're going to go looking for something that's not so hard. Right? You're going to be empowering yourself to go look for it. You're coming in strong. You're coming in confident. You're coming in for good. You want to find something that will strengthen your foundations, your structure, give you security, give you some parameters within which to work. And this has to do with money because you're in an energy of that Four of Pentacles. I got a little, but not enough to share. People keep asking me, right? Again, with Temperance, it also talks about finding a new combination to things. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Again, here with this next to this King of Wands, I'm glad I kept them together. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, the alchemist, okay? This is a higher vibration of the Magician. The Magician deals with material things, manifesting on the material plane. But Temperance is talking about higher energy than that, mixing things, trying to find a new combination to something. Okay, so this could be knowledge and intuition. This could be trusting yourself. I get that from this King of Wands. It could be, just trying something new confidently. But make sure that what you're trying to accomplish is honest and noble, okay? You're an emperor now, all right? It's like page energy, emperor energy, and splitting the difference, you're down here as the King of Wands, okay? The Tower is going to help you see the things that fall away. We may mourn them in the moments, but if we really look at it like we're supposed to really look at what's inside this tower, it was nothing. There was nothing lucrative in that old path for you anymore. And now you're free to move on with the Eight of Cups. Usually the Eight of Cups is a very melancholy card because it's talking about walking away from something that you had put effort into it. But again, just like the Tower is empty, all these cups that you're walking away from in the Eight of Cups, they're all empty. It was all an illusion. This is the remnants of the Seven of Cups, where you're looking at all these possibilities. It's like the Seven of Cups to me is like the vision board card where you're looking at all these possibilities, but you gotta pick, and then you're taking the one you picked and you're walking away from the others because the cups were empty. That's what you're gonna be able to do. Now, underneath that, I'm just gonna go just one more, because it's very intriguing. You've got the Knight of Cups. Now, this is coming in the dark. A lot of these, when they're on the back sides, it's dark. So this may be inner energy, and the front side is outer energy. Now we have this Knight of Cups coming in. Heeding the heart's call to a noble quest. Hello, and that could be love. Okay. I like that. We were talking about Leo energy. Only going for what is just and honest and noble and true. And the last card to wrap it all up is the sweethearted Knight of Cups coming in with a true cup of love, with coming into this Eight of Cups, making a Nine of Cups, ready for new love, ready to be poured into, I heard. I'm trying to read what this says here. The quest is on? Okay. Yeah, heeding the heart's call to a noble quest, going to find my love. I heard I want to know what love is. And that's great. That is a noble. What did Miracle Max say? For true love. And he said that is a noble cause. All right, so that's what we have for you. Oh wait, no, let's get some theme cards. I didn't want to stiff you on the whole reading for your birthday. Let's get some theme cards for Virgo, please. I hope that resonated. I hope you found the messages for highest good. If you're vibing with my content, please hit the like button, leave a comment. I love the comments. No one ever comments. I like to talk. I'm a Libra. Comment to me. Subscribe or share, please. I'd love to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. I can only do that if you share my stuff, okay? Details are in the description, my Venmo, Cash App, and email. I am open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. Let's get some cards for Virgo, please. Happy birthday, Virgo. Let's talk a little bit about Virgo. Virgo's a feminine earth energy. Very caring, very kind, very thoughtful, very down to earth, very loving. Will give the shirt off your back to you or your dog or your kids. And I can see how that can sometimes be taken advantage of, you know. Oh, I wasn't concentrating, I'm sorry. Can you get a couple for Virgo, please? The ones we got so far is Spirit is Listening. That's good. And the Ring. Oh my God. Romantic engagement or commitment. Is there new love coming in here? Hot and heavy. I love it. Got the Eight of Cups. The Knight of Cups bringing in that Ninth Cup. And the Ring. Ooh. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, is that what you were being miserly with? Your affections? Maybe. See, I didn't want to interpret it that way because we've got a lot of pentacles here. Even the Emperor is holding a golden orb that looks just like one of the coins. So I thought it had to do with money. But, I mean, technically, Pentacle energy is anything that you put effort and time and money and sweat and thought and mental energy, physical energy, emotional energy. Yeah, anything you put energy into to create is technically underneath the pentacles. So who is creating? No, they're saying that whatever hardship you came through led you here to be able to come into this emotionally fulfilling relationship here at the end with a golden ring. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited for you. I'm sidereally, I am Virgo, like, because salt, protect yourself. Okay, yeah, protect yourself. And I think in your case, because salt is so from the earth, very earthy, grounding energy, it's telling you to protect your earthy things, right? 222, keep the faith. Timely and auspicious opportunities are coming, so stand strong in your personal beliefs. What was I saying from the reading? You're going to stand firm. How did I put it? You know, I can't find where I wrote it now. Hang on. You're going to stand firm on something as long as it's honest and noble. Ew. Okay. The key. Well, no, get ready. It's on like Donkey Kong. But it didn't fly out. It just flipped. So maybe yeah, I'm going to put it back there. I'll take that one. I want them to come out. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, they heard me. Ugh. Remember, you are water. Okay, yeah, because at the end here we do have cups. So there's love and emotions here in the future. So remember, cry, feel, cleanse, flow, go with the flow, and let things go, okay? Oh, we've got Neptune energy in the house. I did not check what's going on with Neptune, so I have no idea why he's here. But Neptune rules Pisces, so that could be, dreams and imagination, higher intuition, mysticism, the emotional depths. Okay, and the rainbow. The worst is over. This is fantastic coming in after the tower. Okay, so there may be a hiccup here, but you're gonna see very quick. Well, not very quickly. I mean, you see when you see it that what you thought was a good foundation was completely empty. There was nothing in there for you. Those cups were empty. Okay, and you're moving on with this knight that is shit. Scorpio energy. My God, how can I forget that? Scorpio energy. Passionate. Let's get a couple more. For Virgo, please. Virgo's birthday. North Node again. Oh, that's right. So I think a couple readings ago, I'm sorry, hang on a second. I'm stuttering. I think in the last reading, we popped out North Node, South Node card, and I meant to address it, and I didn't before I closed the reading. So here it is again, and now I'll address it. Like I said in the write-up I had earlier, South Node is in Virgo. So that means like I was saying, there are things that we can integrate into our knowledge so that we can have it at our disposal as we go forward. That means that the North Node is in Pisces, your direct opposite. Do we have Pisces here? No. Oh wait, with Neptune rules Pisces, so that's what that's referring to. Okay, can we get a couple more for Virgo, please? Why are these backwards? Ugh. Sorry. They got all messed up. Let me shuffle them again. You know what? I want to get a clarifier on that tower card. Can I get clarity on the tower, please? The empty tower. Can I get clarity? What does it have to do with the King of Wands? Is he bringing it? Or is the arrogance leading to it? Can we get clarity on... No, that's too... the star. Okay, the star and the Ten of Pentacles. A new direction. Let me think here. Ten of Pentacles on the front side. That's very good. It's the last... look at... He's old and gray, and he's sitting there with his dog on his lazy boy. He's living his life. He's living it good. Breathe easy. Conditions are secure. Love it. Okay. Breathe easy. Conditions are secure. I love that. But we do have the star here on the reverse side. So this is a card of powerful miracles. Harmony restored. A breakthrough and a rebirth. Okay, hey, I asked for clarity on the tower with this King of Wands. And it's telling me, no, everything's good. Let it happen. Let it happen. This may be just a destruction of an illusion, okay? But it's coming across as it's coming across almost like a holy shit, am I lucky that I prepared for this, okay? So with this change, you're going to be put on a new path with the star card in the backside, a new path. The star is your direction, your wishes, your dreams, the the what am I trying to say? The the path that your heart wants to follow in order to go home, okay? And here we've got love coming in with a 10 of Pentacles, and that's a good secure home, right? So yeah, you're on your path, you're on your way, you're on a new path. I hope you can see that. Let's see. There. Okay. This is really good. There's going to be some trepidation here. I know. And I feel like all of that worry is very, very Virgo worries because you do kind of get stuck in that intellectual part of you. Um, Virgo is an honorary air sign, being your rulers being Mercury. Okay. But when Mercury rules Gemini, an air sign, the thoughts and mental processing go very fast. They don't get stuck. They don't dwell. They process and they accept what they see. It's kind of like very warm air, very dynamic. But when this communication energy comes into a earth sign like you're still very analytical, but it's like, have you ever seen, it would be like the air swirling around. For Gemini, I often describe them as the dust devils in parking lots, where the leaves spin around and they go up, and it's very dynamic and very cool to watch. It's very flowing and everything. But when that same air kind of kicks around dirt in Virgo's earth energy, it just forms a rut and they get stuck going round and around and around. And that's where Virgo's analysis paralysis comes in. Okay? So I feel like some of the worry here is just because you kind of dwell and get stuck in that well of worry. So the armor that they're talking about is to take your worry and make it preparedness so that when this tower falls, you even out a little bit more. You even out a little bit better. Because after the tower, you're going to have the ability to go towards some great, great love. And I think it's coming out of nowhere. Bam, the tower. Holy shit, coming out of nowhere. Destroying everything. This person's coming in hot and heavy. Look at that. I love this imagery here. We've got the tower, everything getting destroyed with this shooting star coming in with a new love possibility. And here we've got the star, who is like this shooting star right there. Bam. And the star is Aquarius energy. Well, hello, Aquarius. Welcome to the party. It's going to be hot. And I really think that this Aquarius energy is exactly what this Virgo is going to need. It's kind of going to, air energy, a match in intellect, a match in communication. If maybe, I don't know, the air signs can come off a little bit cold because they are logical. But Virgo, you're logical too. I like to tell the story, like in my studies for astrology. I'll just tell this quick story and then I'll wrap it up. In my studies for astrology, you come across conspiracy theories and everything, right? So I'm kind of like a little buff on conspiracy theories. I don't believe that everything is possible. I don't believe that I believe that things are possible, but not probable, okay? So I like stories. But there's a story in astrology that Virgo shares Mercury with Gemini because Virgo's true ruler, a planet named Vulcan, either has not been discovered yet, or there's another theory that um, it was supposed to form between Mars and Jupiter. But because Jupiter's gravity pulled against it and the sun's gravity pulled against it, it became the asteroid belt. So now there are some very large asteroids in the inner asteroid belt, like Ceres and Juno, that sometimes take over co-rulership with Virgo. So that was just a tangent. Sorry. I did smoke a little bit before I started, but I usually do ramble badly. I just thought that was really cool. So, Virgo, you are technically very logical because your ruler, which is supposed to be a planet named Vulcan, is ruled by logic. And Vulcan is also called Hephaestus in mythology, and he was the smith god. He lived and worked under a volcano and forged the weapons and gifts and things for the gods and goddesses. Okay, he was the hard worker. That's why I feel like a lot of times Virgos um, don't feel so secure in their energies because they're sharing a ruler, right? Like Taurus and Libra share Venus. I'm sorry, okay. But I mean, I'd like to, go into detail for you, Virgo. It is your birthday. Happy birthday. So that's what I have. Um, there's a tower coming, but I think it's this person. Honestly, I don't think that this is a money tower, actually, because you're coming out of after this in a 10 of Pentacles. You were a page, and then you had 4, and now you have 10, and it's after the tower. Tower's bringing in love. Hey, that's good news. I love that for you, Virgo. I can't think of a sign that deserves it more than you, except maybe Libras, but I'm biased. So that's what I have. I hope that resonated with you guys. My description, my details are in the description. Please leave a like, leave a comment if you want. Please share or subscribe. Thank you for sticking with me this long until I see you in the next reading. Okay, thanks. Bye.